influencer. What's up everybody? Welcome back to my channel. I am very excited to be sitting down and filming such a casual chit chat video. I have not looked at a single question prior to recording this. We're gonna do a Q&A. We're gonna do a little Q&A, spontaneous Q&A, and we're gonna answer some questions. Advice for someone wanting to be an influencer. All right, I get this question a lot. I always get the question on advice for someone who wants to be a content creator, and my number one piece of advice is to just start. I have plenty of videos talking about how to, grow your YouTube channel, how to grow your personal brand, and I think the best thing I can tell you is to just do it and start it. Probably heard a million times and you still have more questions. So one thing I would say is figure out what you want to post. Why do you want to be a quote unquote influencer? Why do you want to be a content creator? Is there like a specific niche that you want to enter into? Is there something specific that you love talking about? It could be as specific as like a certain TV show that you just want to go on rants about, or it could be broad, like you want to share your love for fashion and makeup and cooking or whatever else that might be. Figure out what you would post content about and why you even want to start, and I think that would be the first step. Start immersing yourself in that content to get ideas from that content, but then once you do that, literally just start posting consistently. I am actually the co-founder of Rella, so I'm gonna do a shameless plug here. Those of you who watch my videos are probably tired of this, but consistency, planning, being organized is such a huge part of being a content creator. I'm creating the only application that you will need as an influencer to manage, monetize, and run your business. They're launching in the fall. You guys can sign up to be one of the first users of Rella when it comes out. So if you go to rellasocial.com, you'll be able to fill out the form and you will be notified when the app launches, which is really, really exciting. If you also want to learn how to monetize, we are doing a webinar and I'll have it linked down below, but it's on October 14th and you can check it out then. However, how to be an influencer? You just gotta start, gotta be consistent, and you just have to do it. If you keep asking the question, how do I do this, but you don't actually do it, that's never gonna change anything. So just post your first piece of content out there. And I wanted to say thank you so much Skillshare for sponsoring today's video. If you don't know what Skillshare is, it is the largest community of learners out there. They have professionals, they have experts teaching classes that range from productivity to art to gardening. I am currently taking a class all about productivity and it's been beneficial. I have been taking productivity for creatives and I highly recommend. I like doing this on my downtime. Sometimes I'll have like a Skillshare class playing in the background while I'm cooking dinner. There are class discussions, there are activities, there are reviews, so you can see if you want to take a class or not. You can see what others are saying, and you take it all completely on your own time. It's not like you have to carve out a time slot on your calendar, but you take it on your own time, and it's such a great way to learn a new skill. I am someone who always loves to learn. I want to be that constant learner, so Skillshare is perfect for that. There are so many classes on there that I guarantee you find a class that you like and that interests you. You can join the thousands of people that are already on Skillshare by clicking on my link down below. The first 1,000 people to use this link will get a 1-month free trial of Skillshare. Sign up today and I promise you won't regret it. And thank you Skillshare for sponsoring today's video. What are your thoughts on marriage and kids? I don't know if I've talked specifically about my thoughts on this on YouTube, but I feel like I have a pretty traditional view of marriage and kids in the sense that I want to be married and I want kids. That's pretty much the traditional viewpoint that I have. Like some people nowadays, they don't want kids, they don't want to be married, all of this stuff, but I am super excited to be married and to having kids. I would ideally on my timeline like to be married by like 28, 27, and I want to have kids by the time I'm 30. I grew up with a big family. I have 3 siblings, so I would want like 3 or 4 kids, and I'm excited to be a mom, but I never want to be like a stay-at-home mom. Absolutely no shame to anyone who wants to do that, because that is one of the hardest jobs in the world, but that's something that I always see myself as like still working while having kids, but having a job that is flexible, that allows me to see them a lot, but definitely still working. How did you start social media? I started in 2011. If anyone is here from 2011, to like 2014, let me know so I can just like be amazed that you have stuck with me this long, because that is just incredible. How long do you plan to be in Miami for? As of now, long term, I don't see myself leaving. Maybe moving cities, like maybe not being in Miami. I mean, maybe moving like further north in Florida, like Fort Lauderdale, but I definitely see myself here in South Florida for the most part. Do you deal with anxiety and how do you overcome it? I would say I deal with being anxious, but I don't deal with anxiety. Personally, I don't have anxiety and I'm very grateful for that. I've never been someone that has been super anxious. And for me, what's always helped me with like not being anxious is just being very secure in my faith and having a very supportive family, and then mixed with having a faith where I know that I can rely on Jesus and I can look to the Bible for answers and I can find my foundation and who I am in Jesus. I think that really eases my anxieties. It also eases my anxiety that I just think like if things will work out in the end. They might not work according to my plan, and that's okay. I don't need my plan to specifically work, but I know that they will work out. So just having that mindset as well has really helped me out. Do you have a target age of settling down? Another kind of like family question. I mean, what does settle down mean? Does that mean marriage? Because then I guess I would want to be married by like 28, I would say. I remember when I was younger, I would think that like being married at like 20 years old was totally normal, and like I wanted to get married at 20. And I'm not saying it's not normal. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that I thought that that was something that I would want at 20 years old, and now I look back, I'm 25 and I'm like, oh my goodness, I could never. One, I was the biggest One Tree Hill fan. So when Haley and Nathan got married in high school, I legitimately thought that that was normal and like super cute. Yeah, my middle school self was like, I can be married in high school. Okay, then my parents both got married really young. My mom was 20 and my dad was 22. He just turned 22. They were in college and they got married, and to me, that's just like, what? Like I could never do that. Growing up, I thought that that was what I would want to do. Now here I am at 25 and I'm like, 27, 28, that's a good year. What made you decide on starting a service-based versus a product-based business? So when I decided to start Rella, I really wanted to start it based out of a need that I had. There was this like revelation that there was no tool out there that I enjoyed using as someone who has their entire work on social media, and especially as a content creator and treating being an influencer as a business. There was nothing out there that was optimized for social media from a content creator standpoint. Nothing, no tool that I really loved using. A million tools that I had, there was a million platforms I had logins to, there was things I was paying subscriptions for, but I wasn't satisfied with so many of them. And so that's kind of when I had the idea of Rella, and that's why I decided to do that. I would start a product-based business if an idea came to me and I was like, I want to start this product, but that just never happened for me. So Rella really came out of like a direct need that I had, rather than, you know, just wanting to start a business to start a business. If you could randomly move anywhere, where would you pick up and go? Honestly, I'm pretty content with where I am. I feel like that's another thing that I'm really grateful for, is that I've always been a pretty content person. I've never really like longed to be somewhere else or like longed to change my life. I am just a very content person in every single season of my life. That's not to say that there's never times where I wish my life was different, because that's totally not true, but I feel like I made the decision to move here and I'm like very content with my decision to move here. I don't think I would move anywhere else, because if I wanted to move somewhere else, I probably would have, because I do have that flexibility. So I would honestly say that this is my ideal place to live as of this moment. I could definitely say something like Hawaii or, you know, go somewhere in Europe, but really I don't want to live in those places. I would really just like to vacation, maybe do an extended vacation in those places. But for living, I am content where I am and I'm happy here, and I don't think I would move anywhere else. That's another thing. It's kind of hard, like, side note, tangent note, maybe I can do a podcast episode on this. Finding contentness and like fulfillment in your life is such a struggle that so many people have, and like I feel like it's something people search for all the time. It's like just feeling content. Where does that come from? When do people finally feel content? What makes people feel content? I'd love to know your thoughts in the comments, because that's something that I haven't really thought about until now, but I know so many people that aren't content with, you know, things going on in their life, and there's some people that are super content and always content, and I guess I would love to know like what makes people content. I don't know. I think that's interesting. So let me know if that's something that's you're curious about too. And if you're someone that's content or not. Are you normally content with your life, or are you someone that's like always longing for like the next thing? Ever wish that you took a different career path? If so, what would it be? I honestly do not regret anything, and I realize as I'm like saying this, I sound so annoying in this video. I sound so like zen and like, I feel like I'm not usually like that, but like answering these questions, I'm like, no, I don't regret that. I don't know. I don't have that many regrets in life. I don't have that many, like I'm a very content person. I feel like I am very secure in myself, and I sound so annoying saying this on camera. One thing I can't do is I don't like bragging on myself that much, because I feel like then people are gonna think I'm like stuck up or like not, I don't know, full of myself or whatever, and that's like so not it. I'm being very honest in this chit chat. Don't have any regrets. I think everything led me to where I am today. I've learned from anything that I would consider a regret. Like, are there things I regret, like staying in relationships longer than I should have, or letting people back in my life, doing XYZ, making this decision? Like, yeah, of course, I'm like, ooh, shouldn't have done that, but I've learned so much from them, so like I wouldn't want to change it, because who knows where I would be today. That's kind of the way I look at regrets. Not that every decision I've made has been a good decision, because that's definitely not the case, but now that I've already lived through it and moved past it and moved through it, I'm like, yeah, I don't regret it. How do you deal with burnout and not feeling motivated? Oof, burnout, yeah. With burnout, you 100% need to take time off for yourself, and that means not working on the weekends, not answering emails on the weekends, having a schedule, like you're working from 9 to 6, and like after 6 o'clock you're trying to turn it off. And also give yourself grace. If you have one day where you don't really do anything and you don't really work, that's okay. The world is not gonna end, your business is not gonna crumble, life will move on. For so long, especially now that I am like running a startup, I've always had this idea that like, oh, you don't sleep, you're working all the time, blah, 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 blah. And like for some people that might be the case, and like they might run complete empires and, you know, build their businesses and like it's so crazy successful, but that doesn't work for me. I am not someone that can work nonstop, never sleep, never see my friends, never see my family, not take time off. Like, it's unhealthy, it's unproductive, and it's ultimately going to lead to burnout, which will lead to a longer period of time off in the end. Where will you buy your next home? All right, I don't know. I might want to do an Airbnb, I might want to do a rental, I might want to do another house flip. I'm not quite sure, but I'm definitely thinking between Charlotte and Miami, or like somewhere in South Florida. That would be the goal. Miami one would be great if I did Airbnb. I don't think I would do Airbnb in Charlotte. I just feel like it's not as big of like a tourist spot, but like Miami, it's like summer year round here. People are always traveling here. So if you've done Airbnb before, you've had that experience, let me know how it is for you, because I think it's like a really great way to like earn, you know, a passive income, but I just don't know anything about it. Didn't know my house is under contract right now, so if all goes well, it will be sold in the next week and a half. Once I get that money, I am planning on like buying another property. Comment below where you think I should buy it and what you think I should do. How do you cope with loneliness when living in a new city? Yeah, can we just like start a group chat on how to make friends as an adult, because it's freaking hard. I don't know. I feel like you have to meet mutual friends, you have to find friends of friends, you have to be on social media. I have no idea how to make friends. If you have a friend that knows someone, social media, if you guys are like live near each other and you follow each other, maybe going out with a group so that you can meet people in the group, like that's how I've been finding friends. But honestly, it is really, really hard, and that's something I need advice on. I kind of want to do a video on like trying Bumble BFF for a week or something. I don't know. Anyways, this was a very, very casual chit chat Q&A. Just wanted to talk to you because I've missed you, and you know, there's not that much structure in these, but I hope that you enjoyed. If you want to participate in the next one, follow me on Instagram, and definitely check out Rella. So if you're an influencer content creator, you can check out Rella, you can check out our webinar and all of that good stuff. I'll have it linked down below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye guys.